Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm bringing you another video using my freebies. So over on my Ko-fi, you'll find this lovely freebie collage sheet, a background sheet, and a journaling card sheet. And in the first video showing you these, I showed you how I turned these into some journaling cards and sort of added a little bit of extra of myself on it, so you don't have to just print them off and ink them up. You can, you know, do other things. So that's freebies for everybody, and it's a way of saying thank you for being so supportive to me during my time of grief. And then for my monthly supporters, there's this one. These are things that I played with when Ed had on my iPad, making these when Ed was sort of in hospital and was often asleep, or you know, we were just in the waiting room. And yeah, so did these on my iPad. That is the same sort of collage sheet. I've just added some butterflies on there. Another one there, fairly simple to do. This one was much more complicated, and this was created on a very sort of quite traumatic day, when we waited 11 hours in hospital. 9 of those were us, or over 9, just waiting for the procedure to start, which yes, very frustrating. And then, oh, and that's me using that same collage sheet, just adding a little bit even more extra. And then this one was me more recently, for Christmas, using my Apple pencil that I got for my birthday. So yeah, quite enjoyed playing with that one. And then this one is actually Photoshop. This is one of my first sort of plays in Photoshop, of layering and sort of learning how to sort of do that, and then I promptly forgot. But I really like the sheet, so yeah, I thought I'd chuck it in with this sort of bundle. You've got a nice grungy background and a plainer background. So that's that all over my Ko-fi. I will link down below. So I'm not sure what I'll get through today, so I might end up just doing one thing. So I printed them 2 to a page, and I thought we could cut them up and, you know, make some nice easy tag bases. Now I managed to print on the back of that, and these, well, we had some misprints, so we're going to have to sort of cover on the back of those. So I'm just going to get these quickly trimmed round. So they're cut down, so they now measure, because I did 2 different sheets per page, I can't print borderless, so they're slightly smaller. When it's the same page, I can. So we've now got, that's under 8 inches, that's 7 3/4 plus a bit, and they are not quite, they're 5 3/8 tall. So we're gonna, I can do 2.5 inches wide on a tag, and then one will be wider. So I do that one at 2.5. We're gonna cut off a butterfly, but that's okay. So we've got one there. So where am I? On my 2.5 there. The annoying thing about this, because it's made for Europe, these little squares on here are centimeters. I don't do centimeters, I do inches. So I've got to look at this top one, so I can't line it up. And I could do, maybe centimeters would be better in this case. I could maybe do it, it's 20 centimeters. That doesn't really go nicely. If it was 21 it would, so we'll stick to 3.5. I might go an extra 1/8 of an inch. There. 3.5 and an extra 1/8. Probably right then. So that is, yeah, it's quite good. That's almost identical. So I'll do that again. 3.5 and an extra 1/8. And you've just got then, I just thought these then are cool bases for tags. And so I'm going to round the bottoms of my tags. I'm going to use my smallest one because they're quite wee. I've got these punches linked in my Amazon shop. You'll find links down below to that. If you buy something through my Amazon link, I get a very, very small percentage, and it costs you nothing, and it's just another way of supporting me, and don't cost you nothing. Another way of supporting creators on YouTube that doesn't cost you anything is by liking, commenting, subscribing. It all helps build your channel and helps with the YouTube algorithms so that people can get seen. I might make you bigger. Yeah. I love these punches. They're just so quick. I mean, you don't have to use a punch. You can just cut it. You can use a credit card that you've cut off and use that as a template. Lots of easy ways of doing this, but I find this makes it quick and easy, and I really appreciate that. So they're now looking, I just think they're fab. It's like cutting up a masterboard when you've got a digital collage sheet, but the difference is it's all smooth. And they're now ready to have things put on top of them, and they do need a bit of inking. I am going to kind of experiment. Sometimes this works really well, sometimes it doesn't. I do like to get rid of the white core, and I do like the edges. Also gives you something a little bit thicker to hold on to, which is sometimes a bit easier. So, but it doesn't always work. So the front side of that isn't really done. Of course you don't have to ink, but I just can't help myself. Can't help myself at all. So there we have them, like so. So then they need a focal point, and I haven't really thought about that very much. I mean, one thing that I've just literally thought about is that these could be printed much smaller. I could print these 4 to a page, and then they'd be much smaller, and they could then go as toppers, which I might actually do. Thinking about it, I think that might be quite a nice idea, that I might do that, and come back to you. So I might just pause and get that done. Okay, so I've got them all sorted. This is now the next day. I've had a break and edited the other video and stuff. So I printed it 4 to a page, and I wasn't sure, looking at my laptop screen, that would be too big. So I did 9 per page, so that I've got a choice of sizes. Now looking at it, I think these ones would be okay, but you know, I've got the option of having a smaller one. And when I saw this, I wondered, I've got a little rectangular postage stamp punch, and I thought, oh, will these fit in that? I think they will. Let's engage the glasses, and they'll give a nice little white edge, actually. Yeah, it's not bad. It's actually not quite long enough that way, and that's a little bit of my logo there, but it's not bad for a little stamp there. Quite liking that. And I could always just go back in and take that down just a tad. Not bad. And it's got a white edge, so I quite like that as a possible stamp. Thing is though, then that one's like the wrong way round, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna left a little bit more space at the bottom, because we're gonna go back in. So let's just, what I'm going to do, because I actually want to do the top bit, so I'm going to take that off. Having my logos in the middle is a bit of a pain for this particular thing. It's fine, don't matter that that's a little bit round the wrong way, to be honest. Right, we need to take another one off. Yeah. Feeling a bit better today. I slept better, that was nice, and I've eaten a bit better. Not been eating very well, don't know if I said that, so that's positive. Been out in the sunshine for a walk this morning before James started work, and going out again after work, because it is the Couch to 5K Park running group that I did last year. Started up again, and we met on Tuesday, and fluffed that, Jez. Absolutely fluffed that. I'm just going to go in here, do it that way, be right. And it was nice. I started from the beginning, not because I've lost my fitness, but my mate I was doing it with, she wanted to start from the beginning, because she hasn't been keeping any fitness up, and she was like, I won't be able to do it. So, and I was quite happy. One of the things I like about doing it is the fact that we get to see each other once a week or twice a week, and you know, go around the park together and have a chat. So that was, you know, I was happy doing that. And we finished it, and we found that it was really good. We remembered how we'd been last year, and we you know, we're like, it was so much fitter this year. I'm going to ruler rip these. Yeah, last year we were like, I said I didn't even finish all of the runs. You kind of walk for 5, and then you run for a minute, and then you walk for 90 seconds and run for a minute, and you do that to the end. And I didn't finish them all. I couldn't manage all the 1 minute runs. I think I missed the last 2, and or I stopped part way through. I attempted to start them, and then I couldn't. And so yeah, so much progress. I found that quite easy. Chris said, I found it easier. I was like, no, I found it easy. And she said, well, that's because you're fit, Jez. And it's like, I haven't been described as fit. Well, not in the fitness sense, for quite a while. So, well, never, to be fair, ever have I ever been fit, I would say. So, oh, actually, no, that's not true. I used to be a regular runner. When before I got breast cancer, I used to run 3 times a week, completing a 5k 3 times a week. And but after my surgery for the cancer, I couldn't run anymore. And oh, got another one of them I didn't know I had. So yeah, I was probably fit then, which bit of an oxymoron really, isn't it? I was at my fittest then, but I was at my least healthiest. But I survived. It's that's the thing with cancer, it's such a lottery that, you know, in terms of, you know, who gets struck by it, and then what your outcomes are. I mean, sadly, Ed's had progressed far too far by the time it was discovered, but mine was caught in time to halt its progress. And you know, despite being stage 4, I managed to beat it, whereas Ed was terminal from the start, sadly. But yeah, terrible, 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 terrible thing. So there we go. That is those done. Give them a nice ink. I like when you ruler rip it, I like you've got like all this sort of weakened paper that gives you a really nice inky edge, like that. And I think I'm going to do a couple of those stamps. Of course, if you haven't got a handy dandy punch, you might have some dies that will cut the stamp shape. But if you haven't, I'm going to show you another way to create like faux stamps. You might have seen it before. Much cheaper way and handy dandy way. You can get scissors that are this shape, although the ones that I've purchased from charity shops, they're actually much bigger shape, so they actually don't look that authentic. They're not as smaller sort of serration. And you can get deckled edge scissors which I keep looking for on Amazon, and they keep being not in stock. No, where is the scissors I'm looking for? Well, I have no idea where the pair of scissors are that I was going to demonstrate to you. But as I can't find them, I can't demonstrate them. But they're hairdressing scissors, the thinning scissors, and they're only a couple of quid off eBay, at Amazon. That's what I paid anyway. Anyway, I found these. I got these in charity shop, 55p, and they actually are much smaller. I've got another pair where they're much longer, much bigger. Let me show you. This was the first pair I got, but they're massive. That's like too big, and those ones much smaller. So let's do these. So I mean, they're kiddie scissors, and well, I always think of them as kiddie scissors. So they're not actually the best quality, but there we go. And it's like a buy one get one free, because as you cut one side, it is cutting around the other. So there. So they're doing that quite well there. So I'm just going to finish this off, you know, in for a penny. There we go. Yeah. So let's just give that an ink, and then we can do a bit of a comparison. So there we go. Let's show the two. So with the punch and with the scissors. So they work. They work. Now I've got loads now to choose from. I might bung them up there. Might be a bit more useful closer to me. Might use them more. So now let's have a little thinky dink. Right. Quite like that yellow against that yellow background. We've got some pinkies. That's quite the same pink. Why don't we use that one there? That there. That one there. Right. You can always cut more of these out, can't I? But I'm wondering about going with these faux stamps. Obviously they need something behind them. Right. Let's go with those. Right. Right, I'm liking them. So we need something behind them because they're a little bit lost. So I might turn to some of the background sheets that I've got. to just pull in the sheets, see what I might do. So we've got these lighter ones. I'm quite fancying the darker one actually, Jez, or I might just use a bit of the dark grungy. Well, that's got a bit of yellow in it. A bit too much yellow? Maybe do a bit of dark behind it. Yeah, I might do that. Right, let's just move it. Let's have a bit of you. So I might use, where's my ripping ruler? Might use a bit of you down this edge. And I've done that. This is 120 DSM paper, which is harder to rip. Might keep that strip. So we got that. Let's rip down here. You're not on the edge. I'm on the edge. Glory. Don't sing, Jez. There we go. There we go. So that's giving it a little bit of a boost at the background there, a bit of a pop. I will of course be adding a bit more. Got that. And then I want a little bit of a label. I don't really like that one there. That was like an experiment, and my brain wasn't working properly to work out how to import that label properly. It was from a sheet. I'd managed to mess up the I'm just looking on my desk for scraps. The shape of the rubber tool, and that just crumpled. This must be a really old book. Yeah, so it'd gone square instead of round, so it was a bit choppy, but I was just like, oh, my head was fried, so I just thought, oh, I'll leave it. Put that there. Yep. And something across there. Now I could just do a word. I've got some of my words here. Timeless. Quite like timeless, actually. I think you'll do. Where's my ruler? It amazes me how very quickly I just lose things. There we go. Oh, peaceful. I think those might be peaceful. I'm looking for some peace. So I got all my days muddled up. Well, months in fact. Muddled up. It's not very hard at the moment when your brain's not firing on all cylinders. And I did think that it was my slot for Rach and Bella Crafts collaboration in a couple of days. And I was thinking, oh, I need to do that. And yeah, turns out it wasn't the 5th of April, it was the 5th of May. So I got a while, actually, before I need to worry about that. So, yeah. I was like, I'm glad I didn't rush and try and do something. Waiting patiently for Rach to release her next kit. Bella's been teasing us, saying, you're going to love it. Well, I think that was a given anyway, but I was thinking, oh, I'll have to wait for that to do my project. And yeah, wasn't even my turn. So, never mind, eh? No harm done. So I released the video with the freebies and doing the journaling card, and I'm earning zone minutes. Now, I don't know, the Fitbit does, I just don't know how it works, because it's saying I'm earning zone minutes right now, which you kind of interpret that you're doing some exercise. And I'm just sitting here. Just sitting here. Oh, it says more cheerful at the top there. Yeah, so don't know how I'm earning more minutes when zone minutes when I'm sat here. It's not even as if it's on the wrist that I'm moving my glue pot to. But you know, I'll take it. Maybe it detected like my heart rate go up a little bit at the thought of a new kit. Maybe. So now I'm on a bit of glue stick going across there. this bit of and that'll be first tag decorated. And then that can go on there. And I might put a bit of lace on the bottom. How's about that then, guys and girls? Oh no, don't say that, Jez. That's not very good punchline, catchphrase, actually. There we go. A bit of embroidery ongly. Yeah, might do you. Or shall I? Or maybe not. Too many pretties. Yeah, I might go with that one instead. Yeah, let's have a bit of that. So I'm going to stick a bit of that across there. But you know, I was saying to somebody the other day, it's like, it doesn't matter what I do, nearly everything I do will involve a memory of Ed. And this tin, so I've got two of them. I've got one that I put scraps of lace in, and I've got one that I got scraps of ribbon in, and these had they're the Fuzzy Duck company, and these had little beard care kits in. Both my sons have beards, or actually my eldest actually shaved his off for the funeral, and I was a bit of a shock. He's had a beard for about 20 years, yeah, and they were one New Year after Christmas, I think it was 2 years ago, Tesco's, I think it was, were selling them off really, really cheap. So he bought one each for the boys. So yeah, so there we go, a reminder of Ed. And it doesn't matter what I do, because we were together so long that it just exists in everything that I do. And it's sometimes bittersweet, because it's lovely to have these memories, but then you realise that you're never going to do it again. So it's yeah, and it's just like they just creep up, don't they? So there we go. That's that. So I want to do a thing on the top, and what I'd like actually is right, I kept these, didn't I? I might just, fold that in half. Give it an ink. I like, my excuse, messy desk. inspiration all over it. It's not mess, it's just inspiration waiting to be discovered. Let's go on there. I'm actually going to rip it a little bit more, slightly too long. That's better. Now I could stick it up slightly so it's like a little tab. I think I might do that. No, I've just changed my mind. I'm not. I'm just gonna do it like that, Jess. There we go. So you don't need to make hole reinforcers. I do have a little die to make lots of different hole reinforcers. You can just make your own really easily, and you don't even have to have hole punches to do it. You can just do it however, with whatever you've got. Bit of scrap. Right, I'm gonna stick a hole in that. There we go. And I will stick an eyelet in it because I can. Get it in there. There we are. Let's give it a squeeze. There we go. I like it. And then we just want a bit of something in the top. I've got, I got this. Quite like that colour. Let's go and I'll have you about yay. Oh, cheers. There we go. And then I'll get a little bit of twine, tie it off. Stick them in there. Where's my twine? There you go. About that much. So I did this the other day and somebody commented, I'd never seen anybody tie ribbons like that, you know, around the top of the tag. It's a bit more time consuming than, but you know, craft for pleasure, not to save time. And I really like the look. There you go. Pull that a little bit. Pull you down. Pull you down. There we are. That's my little tag. I could cut a little bit more off these ends. maybe about there. There. That is that. Like it. Like it. Right, so I've no idea how long I've been now because I stopped and started, but I'm going to continue in the same vein to decorate these up. Oh, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll do one with a wee stamp because that's a little bit different, and then I'll just finish the others off camera and then just show you them. I think we'll go that way. Right, so shall I do similar that I did there with a bit of this lovely gunginess around the back? Oh, I'm thinking that bit of grunginess in the corner there might be quite nice. So let's just pick that off. Go down so far. Take you off there. That's the thing about collages, you can actually just pick out which section of the collage you like. You don't have to use it as a whole sheet. You've got lots to choose from. So let's see which. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, I've got another little thing where the Fitbit was going mad then. Don't know why. Don't understand. I'm sitting at my craft desk. I'm relaxing. This was Ed's Fitbit. And he mainly wanted it to monitor sleep. And I mean, he knew he did lots of steps. But yeah, it was mainly sort of sleep in. He wanted to sort of check how he was doing with that. I'm going to use the different side on this one. Anyway, because he ended up 24/7 in bed, I was like, well, the Fitbit's not doing any good, is it? He wasn't even wearing it, obviously. Well, it's not obvious, he wasn't even wearing it, no. And so I claimed it. I had bought it. It's a birthday present a couple of years ago. Oh, it took him ages to wear it as well. He's a bit technophobic. He couldn't get it to pair. Because I noticed, I went, "You're not wearing your Fitbit," and he went, "Yeah, I can't get it to work. I can't get it to sync with my phone." I said, "Okay then." He said, "It must be faulty. I'm going to take it back." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Would you like me to try first?" "No, I've tried. It doesn't work." So I was like, "Okay." So I took it out of the packet and I synced it to my phone. And I went, "Oh, it's synced to my phone. Well, how did you do that?" So then he was always there. I couldn't do it for him. I had to show him so he could follow it. And he'd missed out a step, of course. And so, yeah. He wasn't very happy. But didn't work when I did it. And I went, imagine how silly you would have felt. You'd have taken it back, saying it don't work. They'd have tested it, and it would have worked. Right then. So, yeah. I gotta work it. So I am more technical than him, the truth. But yeah. So yeah, actually, then ironically, I had a bit of bother syncing to my phone because afterwards, because then I had another Fitbit. My friend upgraded hers, so I got her old one, and so I've been using that. And yeah, so it was really, I had to sort of, I'd got my phone to forget the old one, but it still wasn't accepting this new one. So then I had to go on his phone and make it forget this one, so that I could get on. But yeah, I quite like it. It's monitoring my sleep. And what's really weird is last night I slept so much better than the night before, because I'd literally hardly slept the night before. I think I nodded off about 5. And so I went to bed last night much knackered, absolutely exhausted. Didn't take any sleep during the day. I don't like doing that. That's just like, in there lies your road to, you know, really totally messing up your sleep pattern. And according to my Fitbit, I didn't fall asleep till about 3:40, and had less than 4 hours sleep. Well, that wasn't my impression. Not my impression at all. So yeah, I don't know where it was getting that from. Oh, Benelix. I'll try that. All right. What's that? Love that. Love that lace. I'm holding it because it's old. That's what we do, isn't it? Right, let's have, I'll do it on the back of this. Looks too new. And then I want a bit of this. So I'm going to put I'm going to do, so I'm going to put a bit down the side here. So I want that to be on there, so I'm going to chuck this down there. And then we'll put a bit of this. Do you know? It might even be backwards. I might be even sticking this on inside out, but you know, who cares? I chose that. Who's to say how it really should be? That's the way I want it. Oh. Getting all a bit crowded now on my desk doing this. Oh, you ended up being left out. God, what am I like? You get wiggle room with Carlisle. It's not an instant grab. Right, I don't want you. Right, let's decide if I want a bit of that, or shall I just stick it down? I might just stick that down because I've got it there. Yeah, do that, Jess. I will. Watch me. I managed to not put that straight. There we go. So there we go. That's that. And so that now needs a bit at the top. And I got this here that I can use. So I go that way. A bit more off. Fold it in half. So we're going to do exactly the same as I did before. Create a scruffy little top for it. There we go. And that's that. So that is 2 different ways of using those journal cards to make toppers for the tags. I think I'm going to leave it at that, and I might just leave these plain in my stash for when a project comes up, and not decorate these ones. If I choose to sort of put these in a journal, I might make them similar, because I do like a little bit of continuity. But I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'll come back with another project using the other bits I printed off that I can't actually find right now, Jess. Oh, there they are. There it is. So I've done these, so I might come back with some other projects with those next time. Okay, thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that, and stay safe, keep well, and thanks for helping me through a tough time. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to check out the freebies, link down below.